season 4 just dropped um on Netflix. I wanted to say Paramount Plus, then I wanted to say Disney Plus, then I wanted to say Hulu because I watched all those different services. I watch so many damn different streaming services. I can't even keep track of this shit anymore. um, I really like the other seasons. Cobra Kai, I reviewed them in the past. So you can check out those reviews. I wouldn't recommend checking out my reviews for seasons 1 and 2, but season 3 is a fine video. I think the other two are a little bit dated. I probably need to update that video at some point, but I still think the show's pretty good. And I guess there's spoilers in this season review, though. Honestly, I'm not really gonna spoil anything that major. To be honest, we knew how this show was gonna go down. I'm curious. So I don't know. I guess we should state going into this season. I was hesitant for a couple reasons. First of all, while I like the nods to the Karate Kid sequels, at the same time, it felt like after season 3 they got a little too self-indulgent with them because most people haven't seen the Karate Kid sequels, including myself. I've never seen 2, 3, and 4. Well, mainly just 2 and 3. Because I know there's the next Karate Kid, which is technically a fourth movie, but, not really important to this discussion. So, they brought back the character of Terry Silver, which a lot of people are very excited about seeing in the season, but, to me, is who the shit is that? Oh, you know, and, you know, I enjoy the nods to the Karate Kid sequels in the same way I enjoy nods to the prequels, right? The prequels suck. They're shitty. But you can take elements from them and make them work. And I think they do a good job at that, but it's also at the same time, it's a little too self-indulgent at times because we only talk about one of these things for reasons, right? There's a reason that people don't really talk about the Karate Kid sequels, but it's fine. One of these days I will make through the Karate Kid sequels, probably review them before season 5 comes out, because I'm assuming the way this season ends, we're going to get season 5, which I am not excited about, honestly. I'll watch it. I'll watch this show to the end, but I am not excited for what they're doing with this show, because first of all, here's the first issue with this season. The way they set up last season was that basically they go to this tournament and they fight Sensei Kreese, who's bringing back Terry Silver and teaming up, and it's the ultimate showdown between Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai. Ultimate, right? That's the whole point. They made a pact, they made a deal. That's what they're doing. So when you watch it, you're like, okay, sweet. That's how this is gonna end. Obviously, they're gonna win. It's a predictable ending, but it's gonna be an enjoyable one, right? Because in the first Karate Kid, you know that Daniel's gonna win, but you enjoy watching the journey of the Karate Kid, and that's the same with the end of this season, right? Except that's not what happens. Miyagi-Do actually loses, which when you're watching the season at first, you get a clear image that they're gonna win because so the season starts. Obviously, Daniel and Johnny have not the best way of teaching students, in the sense that they don't really work together at all. They're very, how would you say it? Very different ideologies. But as the episodes progress, they slowly get better at it. And so then you're like, oh, they're totally going to win. But then they break apart halfway through the season and they stop teaching together, and you're like, shit, they're not. So it's kind of preparing you for them to lose, but I also still expected them to win. And honestly, I'm really not happy that they didn't, because there is no clear direction for this show anymore. We had a clear direction. We were headed in that direction. And this is not a show that I want to see go on for 5, 6, 7, 10, 8, 9 seasons, This is a show that had its story, and it should have wrapped up here. And it didn't, and the fact that it didn't is shit. I get this show is popular. I get this show makes lots of money for Netflix, YouTube, and Sony TV. But there is no excuse for just not ending a good show when it needs to end. Besides money to these people. Which is, I get it, we have to make money, but I feel like a lot of TV show creators should probably put it in a contract that they that they get to decide when the show ends, because this is clear to me that this is an idea of we are making this show continue on because money. And it's just frustrating because people stop caring about these shows. Though to be honest, I don't think people will stop caring about the show, because it's clear that a lot of the show is aimed at younger teens, especially with how much bullshit romance drama is in this show. So I think that audience is going to always stay there. But I think the older audience is going to tune out the more the show goes on. Because I don't know. This show is already ridiculous. I mean, that's obvious. And that's fine for it to be, ridiculous and cheesy. Because, it's just kind of that, but it plays around with that, has fun with it. But it going on for other seasons. That's really my big issue with this season. I enjoyed watching it, had a good time, liked a lot of things that happened in it. My issue is, instead of wrapping it up like they should have, and like most of the season felt like, they continued the show, and I'm not happy about it. And now I've kind of lost interest in the show. This show, I'm not happy. I feel like Stranger Things season 4 is going to be the same thing. Season 4 it's a great time to wrap up the show, and if they don't wrap up the show by season 4, I will probably continue watching it. Because to be honest, I'm one of those psychopaths that watch every show to the end, unless there's shit like Supernatural, which go on for like 15 different seasons. But I'm just not excited about the show anymore, and that's where I'm at. I'm not excited, unfortunately. You guys can let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.